The video starts in a school, where suddenly paranormal activities break out, the lights flicker and darkness begins spreading as an evil spirit manifests itself. The students panic and run away from the evil spirit, but 2 students stand up to fight against it. Our female lead, Zoey, comes from a family of shamans, while Jack, our male lead, is the topper of the most famous school in the city, the Northern High. They try facing against the evil spirit, but their combined powers are no match for it and both of them are knocked down. As she is on the ground, Zoey recalls how her story actually started 10 years ago. We see Zoey's granny trying to control an evil spirit that has possessed a student and taken him to the roof of a high building to end his life. Zoey's granny hurries to save the boy named Matt by climbing the stairs of the building, but she is too old to do that. Zoey's granny was a strong shaman, but she was old and getting weak, not only physically but spiritually as well. As she takes a break while climbing the stairs, she sees a vision where she sees herself dying very soon. Zoey is still a child, and Granny asks for her help in saving Matt. She tells her about the evil spirit and how it attacked students who were bad at their studies. This evil spirit caused the death of many students as it used to get inside them and make them commit We see Zoey trying her best to exorcise the evil spirit from Matt's body. She uses all her spells, but cannot fight the strong evil spirit, who just laughs at her feeble attempts. He tells her that they will meet again, and then jumps from the terrace of the multi-storied building, leading to the boy's death. Little Zoey gets devastated over the incident and starts crying. From that day, Zoey decided to stay away from the shaman business. Meanwhile, the evil spirit leaves the body of Matt just as he dies, but Zoey's granny seals her using a powerful spell. The evil spirit tells her that this is not the end, and he will surely return. Granny then sees Matt's spirit, but just then, she is attacked by a person with a knife. The attacker leaves her for dead and takes away the sealed evil spirit. Zoey can only find her granny when it is too late. Granny dies from the knife injuries, but before dying, she asks Zoey to keep herself safe until she is 18. Only then will she be strong enough to fight the evil spirit. Next, we see Zoey as a grown-up girl. Now, she is a high school student and about to get started in a new school. She goes to her granny's grave to seek her blessings, but because she has inherited her powers as a shaman, she can see ghosts too. Zoey hides this fact from her mother because she wants to live a normal life. However, her mother also has the powers of a shaman, and she knows that her daughter can see spirits. After that, she goes to the Northern High, which is the most famous school in the city and is known for the good results of its students. Zoey is getting to study there because of one of her mother's clients. The client is the wife of the rich vice principal of the school. She cares a lot about her son, who is also our male lead, Jack, as well as the top student of the school. Jack's mom is worried about a rumor of an evil spirit that attacks students who get low grades. Northern High is rumored to be haunted by this spirit, and she wants her son to be safe from it. Although Jack has always been the class topper, his mother is a worrywart, and she wants to take any precautions she can. That is why she hired Zoey's mom as a shaman and decided to sponsor her daughter's education in the school to keep Jack safe. On Zoey's first day at school, the results of the last test are announced, and as always, Jack is the topper. Suddenly, the boy on the last rank jumps from the rooftop of the school and dies under mysterious circumstances. Later, we get to know that the student who died had a strong mentality and also had a good relationship with his parents. That is why the circumstances of his death are doubtful. But the school tries to cover up the case by blaming it on the pressure of low grades and family tension, since they want to save the reputation of their school. Next, we see Zoey trying to stay away from the whole shaman thing and the evil spirit as she returns home. Her mom asks her if anything happened, and Zoey recalls how the kids at school used to tease her for coming from a family of shamans. Shamans were not considered good people as many believed them to be tricksters and frauds. Zoey is planning to hide her family background from the people at her new school, so she once again lies to her mother that she can't see any ghosts. Once she reaches her room, Matt's spirit lingers around Zoey. He wants to see his mother before leaving this world. But after becoming a spirit, he forgot his mother's face. Zoey is the only person who knows what her mother looks like, so Matt keeps staying around her. Not only that, Zoey's mother has completely gained control of him, and she uses him to earn money by ripping off people. However, Zoey is not interested in saving anyone. The next day, her classmates are trying to bully her because she is a transfer student. Jack approaches her because his mom has told him to become friends with the shaman girl, and that only worsens the bullying. Zoey recalls her grandma's words about how the 18th year of her life would be too difficult, and she decides to leave the class. Suddenly, Jack hugs her when she is about to leave because of the bullying and asks her to stay. Zoey is able to see that it was not Jack, but her granny's spirit inside Jack who was hugging her. Granny asks her to stay and fight the evil spirit, who has returned after 10 years and is haunting this school. Zoey decides to stay and goes outside to talk to her grandma. Meanwhile, their classmates see Jack and Zoey hugging, and they start thinking that they like each other. One of their classmates, Tina, has a crush on Jack and gets really jealous. Just then, the evil spirit attacks them and knocks out Jack and Zoey. After that, the evil spirit suddenly goes towards the principal of the school, who captures it in some beads. Later, when Jack wakes up in the infirmary, he suddenly gets the ability to see ghosts. He can see Matt, and on realizing that he is a ghost, he freaks out. He blames Zoey for this, but she just hits Matt away with a pillow and says that she doesn't have anything to do with the spirit. Once she reaches home, she lashes out at Matt for creating trouble for her, but he teases her. He asks her why is she so worried about Jack, and asks if she has started to fall for him. Next, Jack starts seeing ghosts in his house too, and is very scared of them. He tells his best friend Kai about it, but he doesn't take him seriously. Jack reaches Zoey's home and asks her to make him normal so that he can stop seeing spirits, and even offers money for that. Zoey is irritated and tells him that he can only see 1 or 2 spirits, so his fear is nothing compared to her. He doesn't really believe her words, so she uses her power to make him see even more ghosts, and Jack runs back to his home, now even more scared. He sees more ghosts on the bus, and the ghosts surround him out of curiosity. The next day, Jack does not come to school, and Tina blames Zoey for it. When Zoey returns home, she finds Jack's mother asking her mom to come check on her son because he is behaving oddly. Zoey and her mother reach Jack's home, and Zoey helps Jack by removing all the spirits in his room. Jack can finally relax now that the ghosts are gone, and he becomes friends with Zoey after that. Next, we see Zoey's mother recalling a conversation with Granny. Granny's spirit was the one who asked her to send Zoey to the Northern High so that she can fight the evil spirit. She also told her that someone at school will help Zoey. Later, Jack takes Zoey to meet his best friend Kai at his little restaurant. Kai's parents used to run this outlet before they passed away. Kai is very weak at studies, so Jack keeps worrying about him. They have an upcoming test, so Jack tries to teach Kai and make him practice the expected questions. Zoey can see Kai's parents still lingering around there as they worry about their child. They explain the circumstances in which they died and how they want their son to work hard and be successful. After that, Jack drops Zoey home and they keep talking about spirits. At the door, Jack hugs Zoey, saying that the last time he could not feel the moment he hugged her because her granny spirit was inside him. This time he wants to see what it feels like. Zoey is embarrassed and pushes him away, not realizing that Jack has a very obvious crush on her now. Later, Kai performs badly in the test despite all the coaching given to him by Jack. He can be the next target of the evil spirit, and Jack is worried about this fact. Meanwhile, Tina finds out that Zoey comes from a family of shamans. She warns Zoey to stay away from Jack, or else she would tell everyone in the class about her background. Zoey has no choice, and she starts ignoring Jack. However, at night, Jack comes to meet her after ignoring Tina because he needs her help. He has heard the stories of various ghosts that he can see now, and learnt that many of them were killed by an evil spirit. He feels that if Kai fails, his life might be in danger too, and he wants Zoey's help with that. However, Zoey refuses to help her since she doesn't want to get involved with ghosts. Next day, we see Zoey entering the class and her classmates teasing her for being a shaman. Meanwhile, Kai has ranked last in the test, and later, Jack beats him because he didn't even do the questions he taught him earlier. Just then, we see that the evil spirit is being released by the school principal. The evil spirit attacks Kai, but Zoey comes there just then and tries to save him. The evil spirit knocks her out, but Jack and Kai run away. However, they are once again confronted by the evil spirit who has possessed a strong man. The man beats both Jack and Kai, and then tries killing Kai. Just then, Zoey returns for a rematch, and she is not alone this time. She has an army of spirits that Jack has interacted with, and they are there to back her up. They fight the evil spirit together and manage to rescue Kai and bring him to her house. There, they tell him about the evil spirit, but Kai doesn't believe them. So Zoey tells him about the past and also mentions that she saw his dad's spirit, and Kai ultimately believes her. He gets emotional on hearing about his dad's words, and as Zoey's mom consoles her, Zoey and Jack go outside. They begin talking about how to defeat the evil spirit when suddenly, Jack's mom comes there. She has seen the video of Jack acting strange in the day, and she believes that Zoey and her mom are responsible for this. She slaps Zoey's mom and takes her son away angrily. Later, Kai returns to his restaurant where the evil spirit takes over his body. Zoey and Jack feel it and they reach the school to save him again, but the evil spirit fights them off and then jumps from the school building. Kai's spirit leaves the body, but he is not dead yet. Jack and Zoey take Matt's help to keep Kai alive until he reaches the hospital, where he is given emergency treatment. Next, we see another student, Leah. She is scared because she is the second last scorer. After Kai got hospitalized, she knows that she will be the last in the next test. Zoey and Jack are ready to save the last ranker this time. Their homeroom teacher also wants these deaths to end and asks the school principal to postpone the next test. Later, we see that the principal himself is the person who releases the spirits. He gets very violent on any mention of postponement of the tests. Matt also saw him and recalled that he was one who took the spirit bag from Granny 10 years ago. But due to his weak memory, he forgets the face later and can only tell Zoey that someone from the school is controlling the evil spirit. In the meantime, Jack sees a vision where he sees the people who died because of the evil spirit and sees Zoey among them too. He gets worried about it and tells her everything. At night, the homeroom teacher, along with Jack and Zoey, venture into the school and find a mysterious room in the basement and decide to check it out. They find that all those students who died because of the evil spirit are locked in this room and their spirit is forced to study for eternity. Zoey tries to free the spirits, but then the evil spirit takes over the body of the homeroom teacher and knocks them out. Matt comes there to help them, but the evil spirit attacks him and completely destroys him. Zoey is saddened to see him vanish because now he will never be able to see his mom again. Now she is determined to do anything to stop the evil spirit. Jack comforts her and cheers her on, and they grow closer because of the hardships they face together and share a romantic kiss. In the next test, Zoey decides to exchange her test paper with Leah and rank last in place of her so that she can fight the evil spirit head-on. But Jack spoils her plan and complains to the teacher before she is able to do so. Zoey gets very upset because of it and thinks that Jack is really selfish. However, Jack has marked all his answers incorrect in the test. Because of the vision, he feared that Zoey would die, and to protect her, he sacrificed himself. When the results come out, he ranks last, and everyone is shocked by the results. The school principal gets very angry when he gets to know that the topper of the school has ranked last. He tries to control the spirit from attacking the last ranker because he does not want to lose the most promising student in his school. But the evil spirit has become very strong, and it breaks away from the spirit bag. Next, we see Jack and Zoey getting ready to face the evil spirit. Tina and Leah have also joined them. All 4 students fight against the evil spirit, but they are thrown away very easily. This is where the story returns to where it started from, and we see what happens after both Zoey and Jack are knocked down. The principal comes over just then and blames Zoey for everything. He says that it is because of her that his school's topper is about to die. He tries to attack her, but Jack saves her, and in the fight, the principal gets imbalanced and falls from the stairs. The principal gets injured very badly, and before dying, he explains his reasons for making a deal with the evil spirit. Years ago, Northern High was not famous at all. The students of his school used to score very bad marks, and he was scolded by the parents and made fun of by his colleagues everywhere. Then he heard of a spirit which attacked such students who scored bad marks. He did a lot of research, and at last, found the evil spirit and made a deal with it. He agreed to kill Granny in exchange for making his school famous. The evil spirit has been under his command ever since. It would attack the lowest-ranking student. Out of fear, the students kept scoring more and more, which made Northern High a very prestigious and famous school. As the principal is dying, he regrets his decision and asks for forgiveness. He also gives them the pouch that Granny used to lock the evil spirits. After that, Jack and Zoey get ready for the last fight. They arrange for all the equipment that Granny used to use in fighting the evil spirits. They reach the terrace of the school where the evil spirit has already possessed Tina, and she is about to jump from the top of the terrace. Jack saves Tina but gets possessed by the spirit, and then Zoey saves him by chanting a spell. After that, they gather all the material and start attacking the evil spirit, but it is still too strong for them. Luckily, Granny's spirit comes to support them and subdues the evil spirit. After a long and tough fight, they manage to lock the evil spirit in the bag. Later, Zoey uses her Granny's special axe to cut the bag and the evil spirit is completely destroyed. Granny then blesses Zoey and Jack and vanishes. All the dead students whose spirits were locked in the basement of the school get free after the end of the evil spirit. They are finally able to leave the world. Later, Matt is able to meet his mother and leave the world. Kai also gets well and starts to take his studies seriously after returning from hospital. After a couple of years, we see Jack confessing his love for Zoey. He is a top student and can get into any college he wants and then get any job he likes. But he chooses to stay with Zoey and help the lost spirits find their way. That is how the story ends on a happy note. Hope you liked it.